You see what I mean about not often seen poster? I had to search for that one. I love that poster. I'm hoping to go and see a Harryhausen exhibition in Edinburgh. It's on to the end of February, so I'm trying to book tickets up at the moment. But obviously in England at the moment, a certain thing is closing everything down at the moment. You're also going to notice I use a lot of choice words today. I'm not going to be saying about things which are closing countries down. Hello, Christian from Grantham.
Let's give it up big time. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
Paul Reynolds. No, I haven't heard anything about the Cobra book. I've heard the Bismarck one might be coming out soon. I think the Stand is meant to be coming out for release in January. I saw something, wasn't it on the Agora newsletter regarding that? I can't be sure, to be honest with you. Paul, I haven't got a clue. But yeah, I won't be referring to things that are closing countries down. You'll notice that I'm having a hot chocolate today. I won't be having any of the amber nectar, because every time I mention what things are, like, you know, the thing that's closing countries down and the thing that comes in a bottle made from fermented hops, my videos get demonetized. So I'm not doing it. What is the Grantham thing that I've asked before? Icarus. Christian from Grantham's been here from the start, and he always introduces himself. Hi, it's Christian from Grantham, and it just stuck. That's all it is. Phil, you're like this. I'm covered in what's it called? Primer still. Today I've been working on the masts. Don't know if you can see this. Let's move that out of the way. Look, there's the Orca. Where are we? There's the mast. Look how big it is. It's not actually pieced together at all at the moment. It's just gently put together. I have done the CB squelch mic. I've painted that and I've created a lead for it. Phil, I have sent you an email because I can't find something that goes on the control board. You know, where the internal cabin, something goes on there and I don't know what it is. I've sent you a picture so you'll be able to find out. But I have been like on the 3D printer making some stuff as well, which has been fun. If anyone saw the Patreon stream last night, as Gary says, oh God, you know what? I didn't have the right tools. That's all it is. I'm a bad workman blaming his tools. I needed some small Allen keys and I didn't have any, and it just caused problem after problem. Funny enough, when I stopped the Patreon stream last night, because it went completely wrong. As a matter of fact, by the time we got to the end of the Patreon stream, I was no further ahead than I was at the beginning. But I managed to put it all together really in about 5 minutes. It didn't take long at all. So I think next time, if we do that, I just need to lay everything out so it's ready to go. Because it is quite simple to put together. Because I didn't take inventory of the parts as well, that caused a great problem. Great problem. Tomorrow on the channel, we've got this, which is box 3 of the Jaguar E-Type. And basically, it's not going to be a lot to do. We're just putting together bits of the frame here, and it's all metal. This whole box is metal. This is the engine, like the chassis and the suspension and stuff. But the reason I've got this on here, as you can see, we've got these two as well. I don't know if anyone's got Jaguar box 3. I'm guessing that's out at the moment. But I love this. Haven't even opened it, but look, check that out. One solid piece of metal. And obviously on the Jaguars, the bonnet's open that way. So I guess we've got a hinge down the front there, but that is a piece of beauty. I don't want to take it out. I don't actually think we do anything with the bonnet. I think we're just putting this emblem on here in one of the stages. So I'm going to try and keep that in the pack. Pretty much what I've been doing with the DB5. And another thing that I haven't seen mentioned anywhere in any Facebook group. Now, I could be wrong. So if I'm wrong, I apologise. But who's got the Terminator from Agora or Hachette? It's regarding the remote control. Did anyone know this has got a power draw? So I guarantee if you haven't operated it for a while, your batteries will probably run out. When it's off, it draws power. So both of mine are completely dead and I haven't been using them. So be careful of that. It's only two AAA batteries, but I thought you might want to check because both of mine, because I've got two Terminators, have got that problem. Not good. I hope it's all the same colour. Yeah, we're getting there on that. the colour. Colour's having a big problem, you know, Phil. I'm still trying to Yeah, can you send me the code, the paint code? This is, look, this is the model here. I'm having big problems with this white section or grey section that's on the flying bridge there. I don't know what colour that is. And I know you told me, Phil, I can't remember it. I really can't. I thought it looked like an insignia white, but you're definitely right. There's a touch of blue in that. But I'm completely colourblind, so it's a losing battle for me. But I don't know. What colour are you using? Oh, it's the second depth sounder box. You should have two, one for the flybridge and one for the controls in the cabin. Yes, I do believe I do. Yeah, I think I do have that. The second depth sounder box. Right, okay, that's perfect. I'll check that. I did see, I've got a bag of things which I don't know what they are, and I'm guessing I'm going to figure that out all along. I was going to be putting some navigation lights in the left and right hand side. I'm thinking I might not do that now because they have already painted the left side red and the starboard side green. And the lights I don't think were ever lit in the film. There is a light on the stern of the ship on the transom which was lit, but if it wasn't lit in the film, I don't know if I want to put wires going all the way through there. But the spotlight on the front, I've got a solution for how I'm lighting that, so that's going to be good. But yeah, I'm spending far too much time on this. I'm meant to be doing other things, but I keep looking at it on the workbench, thinking just one more thing, and then trying to go into it. So you want us to show the car crash stream? You really don't want to see it. It was basically, there was no point in streaming yesterday, apart from, like, you know, just the chat that was going on in the Patreon channel, which I didn't even get to be part of because I was busy stressing trying to solve mistakes. It just wasn't happening. It wasn't happening at all. Do you or your good wife want some paint? I have 21 Tamiya and 20 tubes of acrylic. I won't be using it. John, you know what? I'm always up for paint, and my paint racks are still half empty. So definitely. How are you getting on with yours though, Phil? I did see your master, and Lou is bang on it tonight. You know, I wasn't even going to be starting the mast, Lou. It's just that I saw Phil had posted in Spruverse, had posted in Instagram, he's working on the mast, and I thought, you know what? Let's have a look at the mast. I'm just jumping from pillar to post, but you get to a point where when everything's done in the cabin and you've got it, like, you know, the painting done, it's detailed, so it's like having a doll's house. It's quite interesting. So you can actually just put all the things in. I've got some 1/24 scale books coming. So I don't know if you saw a picture on social media. I've actually just filed off the books that were a part of the resin because I'm going to use real books for that. I've got some netting coming. So I've got some netting that's going to make a hammock. And there's some netting for some reason in front of the toolbox in the cabin. Yeah, I'll tell you what, if you want anything for that cabin, it's 1/24 scale doll's house bits. They're brilliant. Oh, you have the pack. The bonnet is awesome. I've only just opened it, as you just saw there, Ian. So, but I was looking at the instructions thinking, ooh, this looks good. Don't you just love how they don't want to talk about something even though it's around? Yeah, no, it causes more pain. I have to, after these live streams, if I've been discussing things like that, and I think from Tuesday's live stream, everyone was discussing it. So I think that's why it instantly went like ineligible for monetization. I have to send a review in. It takes about 5 hours for the review to come back, and then when it gets cleared all the time, but by that time 4 or 5 hours has passed, so it's not good. Yeah, it's an off-white, Andy, but what kind of off-white? There's a blue in there. I'm sure there's a blue in there. It's KF76 with a touch of white for the exterior. Right, now I'm going to write this down properly on here. KF76. Right. Thank you, Phil. I do struggle. I really do struggle with some of these colours. Hi, Wayne. Signing in for Arizona. 60 degrees and sunny. Well, it's starting to get cold here at the moment. What day is it today? It's Thursday. Saturday, we're off to the Titanic exhibition, me and Mrs. Weldon Wayne, which is in Dock X in Canada Water in London. So I'll let you know what that's like. It actually opens tomorrow, I believe. So we will be there for the second day of opening. Yesterday was painful to watch. God, it was more than that for me, Berg. This, I'll tell you, I was stressing. I was stressing so much, I thought I'd go into the kitchen and munch on some of the sweeties that you got us when we came to London. And you Icelandic peeps love licorice, didn't you? How much licorice was there? Now, I'm a big fan of licorice. Mrs. Welder Wayne likes it as well. She likes the old sherbet fountains with the licorice stick inside. But yeah, definitely. Have you seen Andy's hobby review of the SR71? I haven't, but what I have seen, Steve, is that in the UK, we've got a budget sort of supermarket called Lidl. And Lidl have got some really good gems at the moment. Check this out. They have got the 1/700 scale RMS Titanic. They've got two, actually. There's two in the box there. They've also got a 1/225 scale Victory in the Battle of Trafalgar. And they've also got the Mayflower 1/8 scale. Now, all of those are £19.99. How cool is that? And then, just as Steve mentioned, we've also got for £72 on Amazon the new Revell SR71 Blackbird. It looks lovely, although that model looks far, far, far too clean. Far too clean. All the ones I've seen are just covered in dust. We got my other master oak isn't family friendly. Oh, Lou. We've got some films coming out of the cinema now. I haven't seen Spider-Man, so there's going to be no spoilers in this channel, so don't worry about that. I think I'm seeing Spider-Man on Monday. Now, it's become this thing that me and Mrs. Welder Wayne, we got engaged for some reason on Valentine's Day. We didn't even realise it was Valentine's Day. It's just how the weather turned out because we were up a mountain. So every Valentine's Day, we normally go out and watch a film, and it's normally something with lots of guns. So it's a really romantic film like John Wick or something like that. And for the past few years, when it first came out, the film that happened to be released on February 14 was Kingsman. So we watched Kingsman, we watched The Golden Circle, and now The King's Man is coming out next week as well. So we're ready to see that, which is going to be pretty cool. But Mrs. Welder Wayne's birthday's on the 29th of December. She's a Capricorn, you see, so I'm going to... that's what we're doing for her birthday. Jason's Basement. Hey, quick question. When you mounted the barrel to the turret on the tank, was it secure in the mount, or is the barrel able to slide freely in and out? I think it was secure. I don't remember it coming out. I'll check that, Jason, when I'm doing the Pack 6 build. I've got Pack 6 here, which is another thing that I'm going to be building soon. Wondering if I've tried resin printing. I haven't, but from the results that I've seen from Spruverse, from Ian, from Jeffrey, from Chris Hurst, from everyone's raving about it, apart from the cleaner. So I think I will be investing in one of those. I promised Mrs. Welder Wayne an overlocking machine first, so that's what she's going to be getting. Not sure if it's the Hachette or Eaglemoss version, but one of the Titanics is getting a retail release on the Wednesday between Christmas and New Year. I suspect Hachette. Neil, I'm thinking that's probably Hachette as well. I don't think the Eaglemoss one starts shipping till January. But, I mean, it's 144 stages. The SR71 on Thingiverse can be built to 132 scale, over 1 metre long. Oh my God, I think that's a bit big. Chris, if I can't get an Enterprise above the TV, there's no way she's going to let me build a 132 scale plane. But saying that, I mean, she just delivered, if that's the word. I'm going to get shot for saying that. The hot chocolate to me, and she looked at the Orca, and she's absolutely loving it. I think we've done the right idea, Phil, with the mast being wood. Everything on that mast is wood for me, apart from the little attachments that's to it. I've got to run some electrics down that, because I think we've got one large spotlight, two smaller spotlights, and I believe there's one right down at the bottom as well. So there's a lot of electrics on that mast. The problem we've got in the UK, which I picked up on the ET build, and I noticed Lou and Phil don't have this problem, that our pre-resisted LEDs, or even our LEDs that come with wires on them, the wires are good millimetre thick. They don't really do thin ones unless you're buying an SMD. And Lou, I noticed when you did your ET, that the wires were really thin. We can't seem to get that over here, and I haven't seen it. And short of going to RS Components, which is like one of the biggest electrical components in the world, which just so happens to be in Corby, just down the road, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I haven't got a clue. Because I've made the lamp for the banquet area, and I have got a 3mm LED in it, but I think the wires are just too thick, so I might have to rethink that. Orca white. It's such a struggle because what happens is I'll try the color and I can't tell the colors just by looking at the bottle, so I'll actually spray the whole thing the color that I think it is. And I've done it today. Let me show you. I've done it today, and the color's just nowhere near. So hang on a second. Here we go. So I've been doing this sort of like this was the Insignia white, but obviously it needs a couple of coats because this is over quite a dark primer on here. But yeah, it needs to be a lot lighter, a bit bluer, and a little bit of yellow in there I can see as well. But for me, it's like a magic eye picture. You're going to be lucky that my Orca isn't pink. Because yeah. You off to see the Chargers play Kansas City this afternoon. Wow. Well, they won last week, and the LA Rams had a result against the Cardinals this week as well. So it's a very big game. But good luck with that. My bet it would be the Chargers stuffing Kansas, personally, Phil. I can't see them losing that. Hi, what have I missed? Mike, we're just chewing the fat in here tonight. Chilling out. Look at that. It's 80 degrees Fahrenheit here in Texas today. I can feel it, Sean. I can feel it. You know what? It's been overly mild in the UK. As a matter of fact, a couple of nights ago, I couldn't sleep. It was so hot. So, Timothy Jacob, thank you so much. Oh, I've got a package on the way, have I? That's going to be excellent. Thank you for that. You'll be buying your Blackbird as soon as it's available in the US. Is it not available there then? That's on Amazon, on our Amazon store here at the moment. That's where I pulled that picture from. You managed to drop in for a change, Chris. Hello, Chris Morris. How's it going? Seeing Spider-Man Saturday with my daughter. Yeah, I'm taking my son on Monday, but I don't pick them up for Christmas tools because they're with me for Christmas, you see. So what's going to happen with the streams, just so you know, is that I'm streaming next week. As I said, we've got the God, I keep doing adverts for this. Look, we've got the Christmas quiz next Thursday at 7 p.m. It's the earlier time of 7. It's going to be a 2-hour quiz, and there will be prizes at the end. So, and Mrs. Weldon Wayne's going to be joining me for that one as well. She's going to be joining me in the workshop. But you'll like how that's laid out. I'm sure you will. You're going to enjoy that. There will be a build stream on Tuesday. There's going to be a Patreon stream on Wednesday. There'll be no videos from Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and the 27th. Then I'm back on the 28th. By that time, all the decorations will be down. The kids won't be here, and it's back to regular programming. Get a resin printer and use a water washable resin. I've heard that, Jason, but then Svi was telling me about the washing machines you get, the resin washing machines that cure and clean at the same time. I like the idea of those. David Coles, I am still doing the Knight Rider build, but what happened with Fan Home? Do you remember I had Iron Man and I think I did the first 8? And then there was a problem, and now I'm like 4 months behind everybody else. The same things happened with the Knight Rider. So even though we got the first 4 stages before anybody else, something went wrong with the subscription. So now everyone's on their 3rd pack. I'm just going to be receiving my 1st pack, which I can't do anything with. So if anyone wants a 1st pack of Knight Rider when it comes, then let me know. And then obviously when that continues, I'm going to be 2 months behind everybody else. And it's not just me. I think you'll find that any people that are collaborating with Fan Home who have got a YouTube channel are in the same boat, unfortunately. And they can't speed it up either. So that's weird. Saying that, I've got the next 4 stages of the 4 books of the encyclopedia. I really am enjoying these encyclopedias, I tell you. Good reading material. The SR-71 expands in flight. It does. The Concorde used to as well. Used to bend all over the place, if you remember that. Yeah, Jennifer, I don't think I bought her anything yet. The problem with having a birthday so close to Christmas is you don't know what's for birthday and what's for Christmas. And it's hard to actually, you know, it's hard for me to keep things. I can't keep a secret. I'll tell you that now. When it comes to presents and stuff, I just can't keep a secret. So I just give her everything. Water Wash Boy is great. Just to show it's twice the price. Really? Oh my god. It is a stealth plane, but I think most of the reason for its stealth, Howard, rather than the shape of it, was that it didn't fly at something like 69,000 feet or something. Hi Peter, how's Canada at the moment? I'm hoping my brother's going to be coming home for New Year's from Canada, but again, with the state of what's going on at the moment, I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll have to see. Thank you, Mike Hipperson, on the screen here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you're watching this and there's 265 people in here, then hit that subscribe button and your name will come up on the screen. Should do, anyway. I think it's time for shameless plugs as well. Just so you know, if you're buying anything from Amazon at the moment, I've now made a little thing for the Amazon store. And I think it's self-explanatory. The top one is if you're in the UK. And the bottom one is if you're in the US. The thing with Amazon is that I haven't got affiliate links for any other country. For some reason, they wouldn't let me have an affiliate link for Australia, but they would let me have one for American, even though I'm Australian. That don't make sense. And if you're interested in any merch, the merch store link is there, which is bit.ly/Wayne Store. See, I've been having some fun with the with all of my overlays at the moment. I'm getting everything ready for the Christmas quiz, you see. That's why I've got to be careful of what buttons I'm pressing on this, because it might start to give away some of the early questions. Mrs. Rhoda Wayne's got her own round, so that'll be interesting as well. God knows what she's going to be asking. And it's not all going to be model related. There's going to be general knowledge, movie things. It's going to be sort of like pop culture-y sort of things, I reckon. But there is general knowledge in there as well. So there you go. Your birthday's the 1st of January, New Year's Day. Wow, Bergdis, our niece is the same day. I think Mrs. Rhoda Wayne's probably put that. Yeah, there we go, look. Use Evans lighting from US. Take about 2 weeks to come, but very helpful. Do they put, see, I've heard of Evans lighting because I believe Phil sent some components from Evans over to us. Do they post to the UK? But can't you fine tune the colour with the grunge washes you put over it? I can probably do that, actually. I mean, that was the next thing, Lou, because who told me? I think it was Phil. Phil told me from Spruverse that you can put enough colours on something that your eye sort of plays tricks with you and it actually gives that effect. So it needs to be more white. I think at the moment it's too grey and it needs more white, and then some other thing. It's going to have plenty of washes, that's for sure. But you see, I'm tackling the white when I haven't even thought about the red and the black shit on that section. But I've been concentrating on the cabin, because once that's sealed up, which is what I'm trying to get the cabin done and sealed up so everything's glued down. Then I can just, it's going to become a painting job. So I'm going to be painting the whole boat and then putting all the details on that as well. But I can't help shopping around for model boat bits. And I got bits coming for netting and cleats and God knows what else. Yeah, I can see why Phil ordered a job lot of boat bits now. We'll have so many boat bits, we can make another boat. I've missed that. On the Titanic, I think they were released on the 3rd of January. You've got your email today. They did mention it to me, Pete, but as I said, the person I was meant to speak to on Eaglemoss last Friday had been sick, so I didn't have a conversation, so I don't know. But did anyone see the Agora email? Because they're hinting on the Titanic, which is the Hachette Titanic. So if the way things are going, like the Terminator and the Bismarck, I'm guessing the fact that I'm not doing the Hachette Titanic, I'm probably going to end up doing it anyway further down the road in the year. I couldn't figure out what the other picture was, though. It looks like a really old car. You know, one of the cars you'd normally find in a Laurel and Hardy film. I haven't got it to hand, so I can't show you. Can anyone do me some 3D prints to scale of the shuttlecraft and people from the scene in the film Star Trek Generations where the saucer crash lands? I want to recreate that when I display my model. You know what? The Scott, part work upgrades make the small men for the Bismarck, and even those tiny men are far too big for the scale of that Enterprise. There'd be dots on that Enterprise, I'm reckoning. So I think they're far too big. But then again, thinking about the window sizes, about half the size, Ian, half the size of those Bismarck videos could probably be the right scale for the Enterprise, I reckon. We'll have to see. We are getting some new shuttles. As the if you haven't received an email from Eaglemoss, you're probably going to get one. I got one today. We're getting what are we getting? Let me look at my email and I'll tell you. Stand by. I don't know if they've sent me a picture. They might have. All right, yeah, I've just seen your email now, Phil. Was it in shopping? Where did I put it? I'm always losing all my things. It was called Captain Picard. I can't find the email. Isn't that typical? No idea. But there's two. We're getting two. That doesn't make sense because I'm sure I saved it. Captain Picard. Ah, here we go. Yep, we've got it. Don't know why I couldn't find that. So we're getting the Type 6 shuttlecraft Hawking. I'm going to flip screen. Stand by. It will go black for a second just while I bring it up. There we go. And we're getting the Captain's Yacht Calypso. That's the things that are coming. So, not bad. Not bad. They're going to be the same sort of scale as what we've got. So, all good. Got my son started on his first model. He's doing the Dodge Charger. The Dodge is quite a fun build, actually. I was enjoying doing that today. It's a lot more in depth than the Eleanor at the moment, but I think the Eleanor is going to come to its own when the bodywork starts. The Eleanor is definitely all about the visual look of the car, so that's why all your metal parts and stuff are going to come later on. Morning, Matthew. How's Adelaide today? 37, because you're approaching your summer out there. Oh, my time in Adelaide. Christmas on the beach. Down in Christie's Beach. Have you been to Christie's Beach in Adelaide? See, I know the places. Hi, Juan, you can use auto airbase with a tint. Oh, look, I've got the number Phil's wrote for me here, so I'm going to give that one a go and see how we look then. My mum asked when the Christmas party was, meaning the quiz. Stumped me for a second. Yeah, it's going to be Thursday from 7 o'clock. I promise I'll probably have a Christmas jumper on. And Mrs. Wayne will probably be drinking gin here. So, you know, whatever happens on stream stays on stream. You'll take it, Craig. What will you take? Oh, you're talking about my Knight Rider. Oh, I'll have to send that off with my with the magazines then. Not magazines. I don't send you anything, do I? I keep getting, how would I send magazines? Oh yeah, if you want that, then definitely. I've got to get it first. So, you know, we'll have to see. Look, everyone wants to take... Are we still talking about Knight Rider? How far behind in chat am I? I apologise for that. I'm just sitting here drinking hot chocolate, having a merry old time. You ordered yourself a resin printer as well as a washer and curer, and I'm so curious about the results. Most of the FDM prints just need too much sanding, never go. The problem I've got with the filament printers at the moment is that some of the things I'm printing are really small, and you just can't get that detail with a filament printer at all. I've tried that. The exterior is green. Use the XF76 with some small amount of white to lighten it a tad. There is no blue, except under the triangle of the mast. There is a, I've seen that. I've seen that blue. Yep. I've actually got that one. I can see the blues, Phil. But that XF76, that's a different number. No, it isn't. That's the same number I wrote down. I'm going to order like 20 bottles of it. I think we're going to need a lot. But did you see I put the hatches in now? What I've done, Phil, just because, sorry, I'm talking about Orca. We're talking job. But I've cut the hatches in the deck, if you've seen. Those hatches actually come out, and I've drilled a massive hatch hole into the hull. I've drilled a hole into the hull. Because when I put the electrics in, all the electrics go in the hull, and I can get to them by just taking the hatch cover off. So, and for that, I use my multi-tool. I knew I had a use for my multi-tool just to cut. Yeah, it was brilliant. It worked a treat. Yeah, SR-71 Stealth was height and radar absorbing paint. Same as the F11. How would you pronounce that? F117, F117, F107. I know the B2. I never could figure out the how to correctly pronounce plane numbers. I'm looking into a Dremel. It's one of the last things I need. Never used a Dremel though, so not sure how. It's quite easy, Game of God, to be honest with you. The thing of choice at the moment is this, my scroll saw, jigsaw, whatever you want to call it. That has been invaluable. I've been cutting the windows with that. I've been cutting the planks on that. It's a monster, and it just gets through things, no problems at all. Greetings, Pierre. How's things in the Netherlands at the moment? Yes, Ingo, didn't you know I was Australian? I was born in Elizabeth, or Elizabeth Downs to be precise, but I came over to the UK in 1978. And I've never been back since. That's why my accent's all over the place. It is completely and utterly all over the place. No, I don't think there's going to be any book question. Oh, I don't know. She can be. Mrs. Welder Wayne's passion is she loves. I mean, I've seen her tonight. We've discovered that Sky's got a channel called the Smithsonian channel. So she's been watching that, and she's just got an absolute fascination with anything to do with Egypt and the tombs and Tutankhamun and the pyramids and all of that. She just loves Egyptology. So, and coupled with the fact that she also loves murder mysteries as well, I really don't stand a chance, do I? Nah, if she starts talking about notepads, then yeah, I'll kick her out. No, I haven't finished the space shuttle. Look, it's there. There's about 200 decals on it. The wings haven't been painted. I put that completely on hold, Howard, while I'm doing the Orca. So, I mean, it looks okay at the moment. I mean, Phil was here when he saw how this is looking. I mean, look, on one side, I haven't even put any decals on. We've only started on one side there. But obviously, all this needs painting yet. I've still got to do the bottom. There's so much that needs doing on it. But I wanted to get working on the Orca. I'm like one of those. I'm like the dog from Up. You know, I have squirrel moments. I said, it's just like, you know, that totally works with the different layers of paint. Color theory is a fascinating thing. Yeah, it's weird. You see, I saw you doing that skull on that Jedi woman that you were doing, and the amount of colors you were putting on that, and I was like, you'd never see that color, but you'd be surprised when the color goes over the top how it works. But I think that's what I'm going to do, is just keep layering colors on, and then we've got to weather it up. So there is this chipping compound that I can get from Vallejo. But Phil, if you're still on here, I've been playing around with a hairspray technique, and I've been having a lot of success with that, especially using cotton buds on it. And I'm going to use that on the top of the flying bridge. I think that's going to work pretty well. Wait, the Agora car is the Mura. I can't even pronounce that. Mura, Muira, Mura. Really? No, it looked nothing like that. It looked like an old type car. I'm looking at it. It looks lovely. It really did look like a... Hang on. It looked like a Sunstar 4 Model T touring car. It did. It looked like something you'd see in the 30s. I can't tell. Do you remember they did the same thing with the Cobra? They just showed you a little bit of the wheel. I showed it to my brother-in-law, and he got it instantly. So perhaps I should do that for him. You can print dots. Yeah, I think dots is probably the scale you need. Yeah, Evans do post to the UK. That is brilliant, because I've used Evans before, so I know what they're like. Ideally, Ian, I'd like the bulbs to be, because I'm gonna power it 9 volt, and I am going to be having a not batteries. It's going to be powered from below. But ideally, I do like LEDs which are pre-resisted, because for the amount I'm using on there, it's not really going to make a difference. Look, Lou swears by them as well. They made custom. So, well, you've just sold me then, Lou, because that's what I was looking for. I can't use and even though the LEDs are perfectly fine, just the wires attached to them are far too thick for what I need. So thank you for that. What's your favourite James Bond movie, Wayne? Moonraker. I love Moonraker. It's not a lot of people's favourite, but it's got Jaws in it. You've got cable cars. You've got him biting through cables. I do like Spy Who Loved Me as well. I'm a Roger Moore man. Live and Let Die was brilliant. The Daniel Craig is, yeah, they're all right. Timothy Dalton, yeah. George Lazenby, yeah. I can't think of any good. I mean, Sean Connery started it, so I mean they're all run of the mill. I like Goldfinger. I liked You Only Live Twice. I hated Diamonds Are Forever. I think that was just a paycheck for Sean Connery, that one. But there you go. The entire crew of the Enterprise D can fit in less space than a single plate you've placed on the saucer. What about N-Scout? I think that might even be too big, Robert. I wonder if my Enterprise will arrive Christmas. You know what, Roadrunner, Jason, we were just having a chat about this earlier. Everyone seems to be having problems with the Ecto 1 at the moment. Now, I know people have started... I'm still waiting for issue 15 of the Enterprise. I know a lot of you have got it. But I haven't seen anyone with stock for the Ecto 1. Now, I would have thought they were manufactured in the same place. Obviously, they're not. But they must be having real problems getting hold of the Ecto 1. Because I'm not getting them. And I know that on the Eaglemoss Collection site, you've got someone that's actually building the Eleanor and the Ecto 1. And they're quite a way behind all of us. So I don't know if that's going to improve in the new year. I wouldn't like to say it will be, because they did put an announcement out for... Now, was it the Doctor Who figurines? Something is delayed. So you're only getting two... you're only getting them every other month, not every month. Until they've sorted out all the logistical problems that's going on at the moment. The original Titanic was from Hachette. That's right. No, it was. But it'd be interesting to see how this plays out. See, Adelaide Biddycon also said it sounds like half an odal. Half a yodel. I am building the Titanic, just so you know, but I'm building the Eaglemoss one. The wooden one. So finally we might get a chance to actually do that. This Enterprise Saucer section that crash lands in Star Trek Generations is huge. Seen a video on YouTube. The film model is about 6 foot across. Wow. Are you building the SR-71 1/48 scale? No, at the moment I'll be building the 172 scale. I haven't got the 1/48 scale. It's only just come out here. So, I mean, it was one of the things I added to the Christmas list for Mrs. World Wayne. The problem with me is that I just go through the year saying, you can get me that for Christmas, you can get me that for Christmas. And then come Christmas, I ain't got a clue what she's going to get me. Because I've pretty much named every single item in the world. So in answer to your question, Anthony, I don't know. I haven't had a notification. I'm just waiting patiently. Obviously, we know what's coming. We're going to be doing the tops and the gurneys. But, I mean, we're coming to the end now. But I don't know why productions sort of come down. Car Crash Thursday next week. Now, next week's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of fermented stuff. There's going to be a lot of merriment. And hopefully we can just bring the community together just for that day. We can have some fun together. Just to make that little bit of Christmas a little bit more warming, if you like. I haven't ever run a Christmas quiz, I have to say. My nephew has. So I'm taking pointers from him. But I mean, there's only the rules are you're going to be marking your things yourself, not me. So it's got the honour system. There'll be don't put comments. Well, you can put comments on, but don't put answers on the screen because that's just going to spoil it for everyone else. Other than that, you're free to do whatever you want. Take care, Lou. Thanks for your advice on that, Evans, Lou. I really appreciate that. Can we see the orca? Well, I can try and bring it over, but nothing's stuck down. You've got to remember that at the moment. Hang on. I haven't got my mic on, so that's where we are at the moment. See, nothing's stuck down. The table's fallen down. I've got my banquette in there. I've primed it. I've done the decking. I've done the hatches. That's the mast, which is ginormous. I've roughed up the back just so I can see how paint goes on if I've chipped it, and I want to get the weathering going. And Phil's going to have a go. Look, I've already drilled out the portholes there. Phil's going to have a go at trying to get to that one that I couldn't get to there. Now, short of drilling through this bit and then filling it again, I think that's the only way you're going to be able to do that. I mean, I'll see how... Phil, if you're watching, I'm going to let you do it first. And then If you succeed, I'll have a go. Let me put this back. I don't think I'm brave enough. Oh, bless. F117, thank you. I was way off. Yeah, I've heard that, Anthony. The resin printers are brilliant, but the cleanup's a pain. But then, you know, if you've got one of these washing things, or you use the washable resin, does that go away completely? I think they had to repaint the SR71 every time it flew. I haven't got a clue. I know that the one in Duxford needs a lot of tender love and care. It's covered in dust, actually. Resin printing the EVA from 2001 on Mars 2 Pro at the moment. Oh, that EVA is brilliant. I haven't seen the 3D print of one, but obviously I saw Phil building his one on the Sprueverse channel. Yeah, Bergdis, I've only just discovered the Smithsonian channel. If you've got Sky now, you've also got Apple TV on Sky. So I've been watching this Ted Lasso, which I think is brilliant. F117 Nighthawk. Look, I was way off. How's the Knight Rider build getting on? Well, Carl, I'm stalled on that. So basically, I'm up to stage 4, and I'm probably not going to get 5, 6, 7, and 8 now for a couple of months. So there you go. I did ask last night, what are you using to give the Orca the weather look, Dwayne? Everything I can get my hands on, Jason, from sandpaper to rough brushes to hairspray to, when I was doing the decking, believe it or not, I even got bleach on it. I put some bleach on it overnight to give a sort of washed out look. I stuck everything on it. I'm really happy with how the decks came up actually. So it took a lot. God knows how many layers of paints on it. Have you seen the battery? I've seen the battery air sprayers. They look really good. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if that's where the future is, rather than have compressors. They're really convenient. You got a Stormtrooper with the X-Wing because they did not have the bookend. Really? Oh well, I'm hoping we're going to get the bookends for the encyclopedias. They're meant to be Stormtrooper bookends as well. The thing is, those X-Wing bookends, Pete, they're very fragile. I didn't want to keep mine. I sent mine off, and they smashed because they're solid glass, and the X-Wing in them was only a sticker. It wasn't like there was an X-Wing encased in that cube, which that's what I thought it was. But no, it wasn't. I have got my mic on, yeah. Evans, yeah, they used to be, Mike, years ago. I don't think they exist anymore. They were part of the old Burton train, weren't they? If the Miura comes out, we can have Matt Monroe playing in the background while building it. What makes you think it's the Miura? Do we actually know, or is that just speculating? I haven't got a clue. It looked to me like a really old car, but you know, you can't really tell from. I mean, the Titanic one was easy. It was one of the chimneys, one of the smokestacks. Let me know if you love her. What? Jennifer, you're worrying me. Who do I love? Mrs. Rhoda Wayne. Check the goddess back. Oh, right. Okay. Fair enough. You're talking to Mrs. Rhoda Wayne. Hairspray works, but I think the Vallejo chipping solution is good because it's water-based and easier to spray. Also, the Tamiya paints gum up quickly when you brush over it before it's dry. Cool effect. That's good. See, the Vallejo I've got on the way, but I've been trying the hairspray just to see, because I've been watching so many YouTube videos. You see, this is another one of these builds, just like the ET spaceship. If I don't know how to do something, I'm learning how to do it on the Orca, and it's probably the best one to do it on because that ship really needs to be weathered big. So I don't think you can go too far wrong unless you get the colours wrong. But we'll have to see. Have you heard any rumours? Probably getting the 89 Batmobile. I haven't heard about the 89, but the 66 Batmobile I believe is coming out next year. Schwartz. I'm butchering your name. I'm sorry. Es tut mir aber leid. Entschuldigen Sie bitte. I said the wrong word then as well. I asked how you were. Stuck waiting for issue 61 of the DeLorean for 4 months now. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. It does worry me, but I mean, you've got to look at it across the whole thing, not just from Eagle Moss and Hero Collector. IXO Collections have been having problems getting hold of pack 7 for the Porsche. I don't even know when that's coming yet. Everyone is having problems. I think the only one that aren't actually is Fanhome. Fanhome seem to be pretty much bang on it at the moment. If you read those James Bond issues, they talk about the actors they were thinking of having. They actually asked Timothy Dalton earlier to play Bond. Really? I wasn't aware of that. I think Roger Moore was a great Bond because I liked him as Simon Templar as the Saint before that. I don't know who would make a good Bond now. A lot of people saying Tom Hardy. I don't think so. I haven't got a clue. Who would make a good Bond now? What's his name? I can't pronounce his name. Kieran, the guy from Peaky Blinders who was in Batman. I think he'd make a good Bond. Thank God for Codemore. You on Codemore? Mrs. Rhoda Wayne's on that at the moment. She's got a real bad back at the moment. Usually I'm a huge failure at Christmas when it comes to Wayne's presents. You're not. It's only been a couple of times. Anthony, I'm looking forward to next Thursday. I put a lot of work into actually getting this on because I'm using OBS. I'll tell you what, if the internet goes down, I'm going to cry. It will be like Wednesday night all over again. Can't be having that. I've done a few quizzes as well. The good thing about quiz is if you haven't seen it before and you're watching YouTube in the future, then obviously it's good to follow along and just see how you get on. But you're not going to be here for the quiz? Oh, no. That's no excuse. You should be watching me on your phone. How did you weather the Orca? I think I've answered that earlier on. Still waiting for the Millennium Falcon. I didn't even realise people are still doing that, Chris. Now, as I said, Vince over in Tasmania, he was waiting a good year for some of the parts for his one. That's bad. Wayne, for the porthole, you off the dentist drill? I was going to use it. The problem with the dentist drill is that you've still got, even though it's at a 90-degree angle, it would have worked to treat, but the gap for it is still not going to be, it's tiny. It's tiny. You're not going to get it in. Now, I had a solution today, thinking about it, that you can get a Dremel, which is used for like a little mini one, which is used for doing nails. Nails technicians use it, and they've got a bit which is round. It's spherical. It's like got a ball on the end of it. I can actually get the ball in there and put that in and start it off. But I think personally with resin, I think it's better just to drill straight through that wall, straight into the porthole, and then fill the wall on the outside. I think that would be the best way to go. But I'll be very interested to see what you do, Phil. Sharing ideas. Ted Lasso's on Peacock. I've never heard of it before, but I do like Ted Lasso. I am so far behind on chat. I really apologise for that. Roadrunner, all you got to remember is Christmas is just a day. That's it. It's just another day. And I know families get together and stuff like that, but it's another day. I can't, not every year do I see my family on Christmas, and I just move Christmas to another day. This is why I always sort of end my streams with monologues, and I know we've got another 10 minutes now, but I never got the idea of like becoming a new person or starting afresh on January the 1st. And I used to go home from work and think that problem can wait until next year, you know, after the holidays, and I'll deal with that on January the 1st. And you'll be surprised at how quick January the 1st comes around, and it's basically back in the same situation that you were in just before Christmas. I don't think you need a special day to either start anew or anything like that. If I want to start a diet, I'll just start it. I wouldn't wait till the 1st of January. Not that I diet. I don't diet. I mean, you can tell that straight away. But I've never been one of these. It needs a certain day. Remember, time is a human concept. It's something we invented. Like the way you call them smokestacks, we call them funnels. Yeah. Hello, John Builds Iconic Military Models. I'm glad you joined because look, I've been watching your Spitfire, so I bought some of these. So, I'm going to be attempting the Spitfire on Monday, just so you know. I've got all the issues here. I just haven't got around to doing them yet. So I'm going to have Have a player getting those wings installed. Take care, Scott. See you later. Henry Cable. Yep, definitely. That'd be a good one. Killian Murphy, that's his name. Thank you, Stuart. Henry Cavill for Bond. Would he do it though? I mean, the problem when you're Bond, you're committing to a series of films. I don't know how much they signed him on. I don't know if Daniel Craig was signed on for like doing 5 Bonds right at the start, but it's quite a big investment. I mean, look how young he looked in Casino Royale to how he looked in No Time to Die. Hello, David from Denver, Colorado. That's a place I've always wanted to visit. Actually, the Rockies in Colorado, that'd be a great place. I will check my patrons after the stream, Bergdis. The rumour is Bond's daughter will get his 007 moniker for the next film. What? They can't keep throwing that moniker around. I mean, you've seen the... I know your thoughts about the new film, but, you know, they gave it to that other agent who then just, like, in the middle of a battle where the world's falling around them, she says, you know what? You can be 007. I was like, what? Nah, he's too much of a geezer, as we call him, Raymond. Kind of Jason Statham. The Bond movies had their day, really? No, definitely not. You know what I'm looking forward to? They're doing a Jack Reacher series. I'm very much looking forward to that. Because even though Tom Cruise, Jack Reacher was okay, if you've ever read the Jack Reacher books, he's like 6'7", 6'4", I think he is. And Tom Cruise is like, I don't know, 5'6", is he? So when you picture Jack Reacher in your head to what you see on the film, it's like it didn't gel with me. I do love a good Lee Child's Jack Reacher book. You got the joy in many small places. I bet you have. Hold off, Chris, because I might have changed my mind. We'll see what the solution is with Phil. I'm sure he's been thinking about it. But I mean, Phil is right that the portholes look brilliant in the side of the boat, and I think me painting the third porthole, you're going to notice it. So, and the whole idea was to get the detail in this. So, you know, I'm convincing myself now. I'm sitting here convincing myself. Thank you, Rennie. Renee, pair character exaggerating, stretching his arm forward to offer a cup of coffee. I love a bit of coffee, Rennie. I'm normally a cappuccino man though, but then I'm a cappuccino man at any time of day, not just morning. Yeah, no, it's true, it is. But then last year, obviously, a lot of us couldn't see the family, so. But I mean, it'll be different this year. Cruise is he's not that small. I've met Tom Cruise. He's not that small. I think he came up to about here on me, from what I remember. A nice guy he was. G'day, Wayne. On your opening credits, I can't get past seeing you on a mobility scooter rather than building R2-D2. Is that what I'm on? See your fellow Aussie Vince Steele from Art by Vince. He did that for me, and it's been with the channel ever since. As a matter of fact, if you look around the man cave here, look, we've got the mat has got it on, the clock up there has got it on. My likeness is everywhere. Paul Hogan would make a good Bond. You know what? Paul Hogan, I love Paul Hogan in Crocodile Dundee. But then he did that, The Amazing Mr. Dundee or something. Oh, what happened? He went for a stage of making really good films like Lightning Jack. He did the Crocodile Dundee, Almost an Angel. He made some good movies, and then they just suddenly fall off the map. It's weird. You agree with me? Drill through the outer hole and then fill it in. If you attempt to drill out that in place, you could do more damage and have to repair that. Yeah, that's the worry. And trying to repair it between that section, I think that's going to be a big problem. So, you got an Athens in Alabama? Wow. Isn't it amazing that you see? I always find it funny that when us Brits come over to the US and see you've got the same names of places here, like you've got Boston, we got Boston. Actually, Boston's down the road for us. You've got Boston over there and Portsmouth and all the Birmingham. They're all English names that you find over in America. Is there a gold adhesive tap like aluminium tape maybe that would work? For what, Craig? Sorry. Because from what you're describing, I've actually got some. I've got some up there. You haven't read the Reacher books. Oh, well, the TV show is going to be based on the first Reacher book, which was The Killing Floor, which is really good. Really good. Tom Cruise follows you on Twitter. No way. I've met quite a few celebrities. I've always said though, my favorite, you know, that it doesn't matter how successful someone is in films or how famous they are. Just talk to them like a normal person. It's amazing how responsive someone gets. The best interaction I've had with a star was Michael Biehn from Terminator. That guy was amazing. He just got up and sat down next to me, and we were just chatting about football. I think it was the most surreal experience I've ever had. But you know, inside I'm like starstruck, but it's just weird, you know, just chatting about anything. Remember those Foster beer ads? Yeah, I remember the old Castlemaine 4X ads as well. Oh look, you made me say beer now. Ah, we got so well. 5 minutes to go, we did so well. We're going to be demonetized again. You have English place names in Australia? Do we? I'm trying to think. Wollongong? That don't sound very English to me. Gawler? Canberra? You live 7 miles from Nottingham here in... See, Nottingham. Southeast Pennsylvania. You got a Nottingham in Pennsylvania. That's crazy. Yes, I've met Michael Sheard. I met him in Basildon. But he was signing his book about Mr. Bronson from Grange Hill. But yeah, he was a lovely bloke. I'll tell you another one. He's still acting now, but I think he does something like Days of Your Lives and all that. A guy called Brody Hutzler. Brody Hutzler. He played the Gruselog in the Buffy franchise. He's a really nice guy as well. Did you find a solution with the Arduino for the beacon light? Rene, I'm glad you said that. I'm actually going to be doing it on the next Enterprise. I'm going to be linking up the Nano to show you how it works, because I believe that you've got the flashing navigation lights. Chris Hurst was telling me about it. So you've got flashing navigation lights, but I want the beacon light to flash different from those navigation lights. For that reason, I'm going to put the Nano on there. And I think what I'll do is, if there's any lights underside that need that sort of blink as well, I can link them to that board. So I will show you how that's done. No, nothing in English about Gawler. I've still got relatives who live in Gawler, actually, Matthew. But, and is it the Barossa Valley? That used to be some of my favourite places. Knifen Park. But I don't really remember much about my time in Australia, apart from sitting in a nest of ants. I remember that. You sat and chatted with Frank Bruno. Frank Bruno was actually a customer of mine when I worked for Blockbusters in Romford. And we also had Jerry Halliwell. I charged her late fees in Berkhamsted. Michael Barrymore was part of our Harlow store. We had quite a few famous people coming in renting videos. You asked Robert Englund if it's a good time for a selfie when we stood at the urinals in the Milton Keynes Bowl once. Sweet, I wouldn't have had the balls to do that, I have to say that. Yes, Mr. Bronson, that was the book, yeah. Another Enterprise. I haven't got any more. The only things I've got here to build, just so you know, I've got the Spitfire, I've got the Leopard tank, I've got the Zero Fighter, and the Jaguar. That's it. And the Orca. And I've still got to do Bismarck Pack 9. Yeah, that's where we're up to. That's all go. It's all good. It's that time. Oh my God, it is that time. So listen, thank you for joining me tonight. So tomorrow, I don't know what time it's going to go up, but we're going to have Jaguar Pack 3. On Monday, we're going to have the Spitfire. Tuesday, no idea what we're building, but we will be doing a live stream of some description. Wednesday, hopefully won't be a car crash for the Patreons again. We'll see what we're doing then. And then we have got the Christmas quiz on Thursday before Christmas. So we'll all get together for our Christmas night in, I think. So listen, thank you for joining me on stream tonight. I'm glad that we got to share some of these things and I got to show you where we're up to in the Orca and the headaches it's giving me at the moment. But I am really enjoying that build, I have to say. It's all good. Anyway, listen, take care of yourselves. See you next time.